Hello to everyone and welcome back. From this video on we will be building dynamic dashboards in Power BI. Today we are starting with an introduction to a sales dashboard that I will walk you through from scratch. I will guide you step by step explaining each part of the process in detail. So whether you are a complete beginner or someone looking to sharpen your skills in Power BI, you will find it easy to follow along. We will learn various techniques including data cleaning, working with different data types, utilizing slicers, exploring the drill through option, and implementing the power of DAX functions, and even creating different types of charts. By the end of this video, you will have a solid understanding of how to create a dashboard from the ground up. So stick around and let's dive into it. Here is my dataset, which is called Superstore dataset. I have downloaded from the Kaggle website. The link is in the description below. You can just download it from here, but before downloading it you should have an account. Here I have an account data from 0 to here, so I'm easily can start and download it from here without problem. Okay, I have already downloaded and it's in my file. In the downloaded file I have downloaded it, and this is a comma separated file inside of my datasets folder, and now I can easily import it without problem. But you can download it in your folder without problem and then import it to your DAX or to your Power BI dashboard. Here's my dashboard. So from here I will start by importing it, but first of all look at here. You can have different options from where you can just import it, but I will import it from the get data and click on the sample superstore and open it here. You will have a preview of 200 rows, which includes different columns, and all of your dataset is visually appearing here. So you have measures like sales, quantity, discount, and profit, and also categorical data here. You will import it here to your dataset and you will have lots of columns, but right now your columns does not have like numerical value here, so you should have converted, but we will do it later. This is the dataset and how it looks like. You have different columns like product name and etc. And this is the model view. You could have like the relationships here, but now we don't have any relations here. But later on, if we need, we will make it in different dashboards, but for this dashboard we don't have that option yet, so that's not a problem. So we will go back to the preview and we will start analyzing and transforming the data, because before starting it we should change the data types, specifically for numerical columns like sales, quantity. You could see that all of them are in the text form, so we need to convert them. But before converting I need to do what? Replace the dot to the comma, because otherwise it won't be converted here in my, because I have a separated file like comma. That's why I need to first replace them to the comma and then replace it from here to the decimal number. Okay, cells have been converted to the decimals, and here whole number too. No need to convert it because it doesn't have any kind of decimals here. And discount, you could see that it gives me an error, and that's why I will just convert it back to the text and replace the values. For example, I will just click on the column here, and here I will just try to replace these values before to the decimal number, but it will give me an error again. So I will just convert it to text and then replace the values from dot to the comma here. Okay, I will click on OK, and then I can easily just replace it to the decimal number here. You might have the same problem too. If you have, you can just change them too. For example, for profit too, we will replace dot to the comma here. Okay, and then we will replace it to the decimal number. And now I will just close and apply it, and it will apply it to my model. And right now I will have those columns as the decimal ones here. If I just create a measure here and try to check it, one of them, for example sales, I will just pick up, you could see that there are some specific icon which is appeared in front of the column here. So I will just remove, like, this is the categorical data furniture, and that's why I will just add in the column, numeric column here called sales, and you could see that it will be appeared here in a summed form, but in a text one that won't be like summed. You could even check it with the measure. I will just add in the measure the sales here, and you could see it will be summed up because we have the numeric data here already. I have converted the data type of that column. Okay, so I don't need this measure right now, so I will delete it, and because we don't need it right now, and before like applying that to my model, I need to make some like corrections regarding like these columns. I mean, I have already converted it, but I need to work on my like canvas. Okay, I have like removed or changed the background of my wallpaper, and then I will add in the shapes here in order to create my dashboard. This will be the heading, and you could see the size. You can just decrease or increase the size of the dashboard, does not matter, but I won't change it right now. I will just add in the heading here, and again in the same way I will add the sidebar to my dashboard. Okay, so I will add it again, the rectangle here, and try to change the view of this like figure. Okay, this will be the dashboard, the sidebar of my dashboard, and the above one will be the heading. Okay, I need to change the color of this sidebar. I will click first, I will just drag it to the left here, and this will be dragged on top, and make some corrections here. And now I can even do what? Change the color of this sidebar. This will be like white, and that will be still remained in blue. But I will add in one shape before for the logo. I will decrease the size of that shape and import a picture or the logo of my sales dashboard. But before like importing it, I will change the color and import it. I have already have the logo. You can download it for yourself. You can just search into some like logos for your sales dashboard and import it to your logo and paste it as an image here, or you can just type it manually, it does not matter. So I will add this sales dashboard to the logo and make some corrections here. You could see I am making some corrections, and now I'm adding the other shapes here. These are the rectangular shapes. I will create a couple of ones and paste it to the heading, change the style, like the color of those KPIs. This will be the KPIs of my dashboard. I will change the height and width of those KPIs to make them similar to each other. Between them and here to the canvas, to the wallpaper, to the main dashboard, I will add up these figures too. Make them visual appealing, and now it's already ready to use. Okay, I can even copy all of the KPIs and decrease around the corners for all of them, and the same will be applied for these ones too. Okay, I will round up the corners to 12%, okay, and that will look better than the similar one. And we are ready. Maybe we will make some corrections later on, but I'm not sure yet. Yes, I think that if we have like some charts, biggie charts, I will just make some corrections to my dashboard itself. Okay, I will create a table in order like the blank table and call them my measures in order to create some new measures here. So but before making it, I have just created the simple or empty table, and inside of that table I'm just adding the measures. This is the total profit, so I'm adding the first measure, the total profit, and sum up the profit measures here. Like total profit will be the sum of the profit column, and this will be my first measure. And then I will add in the second measure, which is called total sales. This will be the second measure, and then I will add the third measure. I will just check them to see if they are just correct. You can see this is the total profit, and I will delete it and add the total sales here and see if it's correct. Yes, total sales and total profit. Okay, now I will add a couple of measures too for my KPI. So I will create a new measure and call it profit margin, and the profit margin will be the total sales divided by total profit. I mean total profit I will divide to the total sales, and that will be my profit margin. I will add in the percentage sign here. This will be the total profit margin. I will add in the profit margin to the measure and see what number will it print right now. And you could see it has printed 0.12, and I will convert to the percentage, and it has printed at 12.47%. okay, the profit margin means that we have made the profit based on the sales, and the profitability of our business is 12%. okay, and now I will transform the data, because I will create the another measure. But before creating that measure, we need to convert the date to the data type of date. You can see we have the column distribution, which shows the statistic of my column. And before applying or creating another measure, I will first change up the data type of the order date here. Okay, in order to change it, I will just click on the order date here and change the data type of this column to the date. If I change it to the date, you will see that we have some errors here, but we need to get rid of those errors, so I will type in the remove errors and everything will be fixed here. And again I will close it and apply it. Click on the apply here. So now our data type has icon date here, and now I will create the difference between the last year and the current year here. We have, of course, the order date here. You could even call it or see it here. You could see it has the data type of date here, and you could even see it from here. And now I will create a new measure here and call it this year measure. The sales this year will calculate what the total sales and we will remove the filters for the current date, because we need to get rid of any kind of filters here before getting the current year values or the current year date. We need to get rid of these filters. So this year, current year, will be equals to the year of the date maximum, because the last date is the current date of for our measure. Okay. But I will just check the value of the sales this year. Yes, sales this year is 273,000, and so that's logically correct, and it's the same way I will create the last year measure here. I will copy the value of this sales year here and paste it to the last year. I will remove it and create a new measure. And instead of this, I will just type in the last, and here -1 will be the last year. Like maximum year will be the current year, -1 will be the last year here. Okay, if I drag the last year here, you could see that this will be the value of the last year. And now I will just create another measure. This will be the profit margin, and the last measure will be what? The growth rate between them. So I will just try to print out the growth rate, the growth percentage between the last year and the current year. But before printing it out, I will just give a condition that if sales of the last year is equal to 0, then we will print out the blank. Otherwise, we will divide the sales of the last year, or sales of this year, minus the sales of the last year, and divide that to the sales of the last year. So this will print us what the growth rate or the percentage rate between that sales or the 2 years here. So the growth rate will be 0.01, but I will just convert it to the percentage, and this will print out 0.67%. Okay, I will remove these measures. I don't need them right now because I will use one of them, the last one, which is created out of them. I can even change what the color based on the value by typing on the FX and pick up my measure here, growth percentage, and type in 0 here for the minimum and 0 for the maximum. It means that I will define the color based on their values here. Red will be if the value is less than 0, green will be if it more than the 0, and click on the K. You could see that it has converted its color, and it's right now in the green color. So I will create the last measure, which is called average, by the average of the discount. So I will just type in average discount, and that will be equals to the average of the discount column here. So I will copy it, one of them, like instead of this value, I will just change it, the value of this measure, by removing it first and adding the average discount. This will be 16, 0.16. Again, converting to the percentage sign, it will print out 15%. Okay, 15.6%. So, and now I will make some corrections to the design. I will select all of them, change the font and the size, remove the label of each of these KPIs, and add in the title for each of them. I will copy all of them and define height and width for each of them. Now I will try to insert some icons for each of these KPIs. Make them left and add in the icon for each of these KPIs. I have already selected it. You can just import or download from the flaticon.com. You can search any kind of icon inside of that platform and download it, and from here you can easily import it. Now I can hide even the unnecessary column here. And look at the dataset here. Everything is in place, and here is my measures in the model. They have no relationship with my actual data because measures work independently. So I will save it for now and continue to work with the charts right now. So I will create I will create a bar chart for the sales and profit for each category. I will make some modifications by removing the x-axis or y-axis and make some changes here. You can do also all of this independently without problem. Also, I can do what? Change the color of each bar. For example, red will be for the sum of sales and yellow for the profit. Okay. And also I will enable the detail labels. Now we'll move on to the second chart. For the second chart, we will create again the bar chart, the vertical bar chart, by applying or defining the sales by defining the sales for each individual year. You could see these are the years, and the sum of sales will be for each specific year here. I have like restriction in the space, so that's why the labels are not visible here. I will make some corrections with my design here right now. I will enable the data labels, make some changes to the color if I need, like the dark side, dark blue, and this remaining is depends on the size. Okay. So now I will create another shape. So now I will create another chart. This will be the pie chart. And I will add sum of quantity for each region. Okay, that looks good. Now we will move on to the next chart. This will be the tree map. Tree map is also considered a good chart. And here I will add in the sum of sales and profit for each subcategory. Now I will create a line and stack column chart and compare the profit and sales, and also I will define the discount rate for each day. I will first add in the order date and then add in the sales and profit. And also I can add what? First I will just remove the hierarchy between them to show each individual day. So I remove year, quarter and month, and change the type of the chart. And adding the line X as a discount. Okay, and you can see this is the range between them. This is the difference, and when there is a high sales and profit, the discount is going up, and when the sum of profits and sales is decreasing, also the line chart is going down. Okay, so I will make some corrections, remove the titles, etc. Now I will enter some of the slicers to filter it based on their category or segment. So first, on the first slicer, I will enter the category to filter them. And for the second one, I will just change it to the segment. Okay, and remove the category which is stayed above them. You'll see there is a category, I will remove it. Okay, and I will also enter another slicer for the date here and for the year also separately. For the date I will import it as it is. And define the years specific. I will also enter another slicer here for the order date, but only the values will be only for years here. So I will first just make them a style to print them out horizontally. As you can see, it has just printed out the days here, but if I want to see the years, I will need to get rid of this date hierarchy. Okay, and now I can filter it by year. I will change the background of this filter. Changing the background of this filter. Clicking it, and you could see all the charts are being changed dynamically based on this slicer. So I will create a duplicate of the first page and call the first page as home and the second page as the details. And remove all these shapes, and just I will still remain or keep two shapes for the drill through options here, because we will need it for the detailed analysis of our charts or clients here who have made their purchases or sales here. Now I will add some fields for each individual shape here. For example, for the first one, I will just add in the table here and add in specific categorical and numerical data for each of them. For example, the right hand side will be for the customers who have made their sales, like the top customers. I will just add in the customer name and sum of sales. But if I want to filter or sort or print out the top 15 customers, I need to add in the filters here. But before adding it, I will just change the font size of this, and in the filter pane I will add in the filter for the sum of sales. For example, customer name will be top N, and I will pick up the top 15 customers, but I need to add in the sales to the value section, to the fields here, and apply the filter. And this will do what? Print out the 15 customers, or the top 15 customers who have made their purchases totally. I can of course change the title here. Change the color. And here I will just change the background of the title, and that looks good. And here for this shape also I will add in the categorical and numeric data for each specific customer name. The first one will be the category. I will first add in the table. Category, then I will add in subcategory, and then I can add in the custom name for each subcategory, and you can see the list is increasing right now. And of course the order date, specifically the year, will be remained here. The other one will be get out. I just need the year, and I will just drag it back to the top and to make it visible on the left side of my panel. And also I will drag in the numeric data like profit, quantity, discount, and sales. Okay, and I will just try to get rid of the total here. So we change the background of the title tool and go back to the home, and now I will enable the drill through options. Right now I don't have any drill through options, but drill through options is really important when you want to analyze each specific shape or data inside of your data set. For example, in order to enable the drill through, you should add in the measure to the drill through field here. For example, sales have been added here, and now this will be automatically added to your chart too. You could see drill through. If you go to the details, it will automatically print it out. For example, you have the data in 2015, and if you drill through the 2015, you will go to the details page, and it will open up all the categories, subcategories, and customer names who have made their purchases on 2015. And in the same way, it will also work for the tree map. For example, for phones, it will open up the details, and this will just open the subcategory phones for each specific year. Okay, based on the data, based on the category that you have chosen from the chart here. For example, furniture, drill through options, go to the details, it will open up the category for the furniture, and also top 15 customers who have made their sales on the furniture. Okay, also we could add the buttons here to link to the specific sheets. This is also might be useful for you to know. In order to add in the buttons, I will just click on the buttons here and add in the blank here, and also make some change, such as changing the background, modifying the size, putting in the text, and also setting the actions, and etc. And I think that that's enough for this lecture. I think that I have explained enough for this simple dashboard, and in the next videos we will also create more advanced features inside of the Power BI dashboards. For this lesson I think that that's enough, and our dashboard looks better right now, and all the features and functions work without problem, and you can add as many DAX functions and charts inside of your dashboard. But the main thing is just to get you comprehend or get you acquainted with the possible dashboard style, and also the measures, and also the design, which will be really useful for your first portfolio. Okay, I think that that's it for now. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. Have a good day. Bye.